23rd, 2021 Code Enforcement Board hearing. If there's anyone who wishes to speak at today's hearing, please stand and raise your right hand. Are you going to speak, sir? Yeah. Do you solemnly swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's hearing? Thank you. Our first case is on page 1, Inspector Alexander Arboris, property address 916 Northwest 3rd Ave, 1-4, owner 916 Northwest 3rd Avenue LLC, case number BE 2109-0022. Notice posted at the property on 10/22/21, posted at City Hall 11/9/21. This is a new business case.
Good morning, Board. Alexander Alvarez, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case number and address as read. I initially visited this property on September 9, 2021 with Inspector Maddock to investigate a possible unsafe electrical issue. During this inspection, we found electrical room not secured and exposed electrical wires inside the electrical room. After consulting with Electrical Chief Scott Dry, it was determined that electrical panel conditions found during these inspections are unsafe. During this inspection, we also found 4 mini AC split unit on the south side of the building that show a 2017 manufacture date. Records show no permit application for the 4 mini split AC units. Property was cited for the following violations. Violation of FPC 2020-105.1, including but not limited to 4 mini split AC units, and violation of FPC 2021-16.1.1 for unsafe electrical system. This case was opened on September 2nd, 2021. Inspection report mailed to the property owner September 7, 2021. We are asking the board to find that the violations exist and to grant the property owner until next hearing to come into the compliance or a fine of $100 per day thereafter per violation. Due to the unsafe conditions, the city is requesting for this case to come back as a Massey to impose fine at the next hearing if it is not in compliance. The respondent is here and wishes to speak.
What's your name, ma'am, and what's your relation to the property?
Good morning. My name is Rahima Golding, and I am property manager.
Okay.
On September 27th, we did retain a licensed electrician and his engineer. But as of, when was it, about 2 weeks ago, his vehicle was broken into and the plans were taken. So we just reached out to another architect and engineer, electrical engineer, which we're meeting with them tomorrow morning in order to get a new set of plans drawn up, because we don't know what happened with the other engineer that was with the electrician.
You think you can get this done in 63 days?
63 days?
63 days is our next hearing.
I think we can do that in 63 days.
Stay in contact with the
inspector?
Let them know what's going on. Let them keep them fully apprised.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll entertain a motion. Is there anything else?
No, sir.
Okay,
Hello. I have a motion.
Go ahead.
I move that we find for the city a violation exist as alleged and that we order the property owners to come into compliance by 1/25/2022, or a fine of $50 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
Second.
I got a motion by William, a second by Chris. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Okay, you got 63 days.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 7, Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 1545 Northwest 6th Street, owner Butwadi Persad, case number CE 1702-0146. Notice posted at the property on 11/2/21, posted at City Hall 11/9/21. This case was first heard 129/18 to comply by 626/18. 3 sections at $10 per day per violation. Order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $4,620, which continues to accrue. There are several extensions noted.
Good morning, Board. Inspector Martinez, representing case and others as read. This is a case from 2017. There is a violation standing on this case, which is under Section 1 FBC 2014 105.3.1.4.11 that is about install fire suppression system with hood. Okay, that permit is still in process. Permit number is PM 19072-808. The city is requesting to impose a fines.
State your name and your relation to the property.
I'm Corey Ritchie. I'm the project manager for the CRA. We gave money to this project to complete, to do all the renovations on the inside and the outside. And now we got all the permits finalized. We finally got the screen on the roof final done. So now it's a matter of paperwork. Yesterday, the general contractor went down to the DSD to close out these permits. So he's going back down there today to close everything, or this week to close everything out. So it'll be done by next week.
Have you been in touch with the inspector?
Yeah. So him and I spoke on Monday, and the GC had to go down. It's a technicality now as far as the mechanical system, because what had to happen is that because of the construction, we had the outstanding permit on the roof, and they could not close out the mechanical permits. But now everything has been finalized, so now it's a matter of closing out the permit, because everything has been inspected.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
The inspector. The case is about permits being required. Are all the permits, have they all been issued?
The permit that is in question, which will address that violation that I just read, is still in process. It was applied.
Is?
It is still in process, and it's about the fire suppression system.
So what's left is just that one permit to be issued, correct?
Yeah, that.
When you say issued, what do you mean issued? Everything, my understanding right now, everything has been so what happened was.
I'm asking.
So what happened was you had there was a old permit. Then when we did all the drawings and the renovation, another permit came as far as the whole renovation and the suppression system. So when we came on board, the CRA, we did brand new plans. The inspector, we had the renovation of the bathroom and the fire suppression system and the hood.
Yeah.
That's why the hood was coming out the back of the building. Well, it can't come out the back no more because of the new codes. They had to come out through the roof. So then when it came out through the roof, we put everything through the roof. And then at that point, the city, because of the corridor, you need to have the screens up to protect it from the visible from the street. And that's what was the holdup. So now we got all the permits for the hood, the screen, the roof, the inside, the fire suppression system has been inspected. So once the inspector did the final, all the permits were supposed to close.
Does the inspector know about this permit?
Huh?
Does the inspector know?
Well, he's not the inspector. The building inspector that came out, he knows that everything he finalized everything.
Okay, this is what I would do. I mean, I would request.
One moment, Mr. Martinez. Mr. Mathis would like to say something. Go ahead, Mr. Mathis.
Yeah, no, I probably would like to hear what Mr. Martinez says, because it seems like there's a miscommunication here, and that this case has been going on for a long time.
Yes.
And that this gentleman thinks that all the permits are pulled and they're just awaiting some type of maybe final inspection, not permits. And if there was some long history, it sounds like that's been corrected. Perhaps, any number of permits could have slipped through the holes. So I think I'd like to hear what Mr. Martinez has to say about that. And is there been some clear communication where, a listing of all these items have been identified for the contractor and the field inspector, so everyone's on the same page. I think that's my question.
Thanks, Michael. Go ahead, Mr. Martinez.
Okay, board. This case, I got it from another inspector that is no longer with us in the division, okay? So what I'm following up is with, I see on the system. On the system, I still see this permit that is in process. What I would request to do, I mean, if it's possible and the board accept it, is to give another 28 days to clarify this permit that is hanging there that appears not to, I mean, for some reason hasn't been issued and it has corrections pending.
There will be no hearing in 28 days, you know that.
I know. Well, we postponed it to January. I think it's the 18th, right? Exactly.
25th.
January 25th, if this is not clear, then we're gonna request to impose fines.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
you
That's
hear
fine.
that? So you're gonna get 63 days to get this done.
I have it done.
gonna happen.
Because the final, all the inspections, as far as the building has been completed.
All right, I'll entertain
So-
a motion.
I have a motion for an extension of 63 days to 1/25/2022.
Second.
Got a motion by Chris, second by William. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Okay, you got 63.
No problem.
Thank you.
Man, thanks.
All right,
Good job.
thanks.
Next case.
All right.
Our next case is at the bottom of page 2. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 3010 Southwest 7th Street, case number BE 2106-0108. Owner Neil Extort Lawson. Notice posted at the property on 10/29/21, posted at City Hall 11/9/21.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. This building has been illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to: they enclose the porch into living area on east side of the property. I reviewed the case on 11/19/2021, at which time I verified the violation remains. The city will request 63 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
State your name and your relation to the property, sir.
My name is Neil Lawson, and I'm the owner of the property. I really put up the wall with plywood and stucco. It wasn't a living area. I have doors on it, but it was just for because when I get there, when I just get this property, I didn't have anything to store like my stuff, so it was just because it's a 4-bedroom. So it wasn't using for any living area. It was just for storage. So I decided to. I was trying to say update it to leave it there, but it was costing me too much. So I decided to just take it down back.
So you've removed it.
No, I don't yet because I already submit a demo plan to the city and all of that. So I'm just going to take it all up and put it back to where it was.
Put it back the way it was. Okay, how long is it gonna take you to do that?
It could take me like a month or even less.
I have a motion.
Oh, go ahead.
I move that we fine for the city and the violation exists as alleged, and that we order the property owner to come into compliance by 1/25/2022, or pay a fine of $25 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, a second by William. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Hearing none, motion carries. Okay, you got 63 days, all right? So let's get it done.
Good
I want
much.
to see you back here.
Okay, thank you. So when I get it done, I need to come back. I'll get to Alejandro.
Just stay in touch with Mr. with the.
Okay, I have his number.
Stay in touch with the inspector.
Okay, thank you.
No, okay. Next case.
Thanks.
Our next case is on page 4. Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 328 Coral Way, case number BE 200-60277. Owner Linda and Vincent Jeffrey. This case was first heard on 4/27/21 to comply by 9/28/21. One section at $25 per day. Order recorded, not complied. There is one extension noted.
Go ahead, Mr. Martinez.
Good morning, Board. Case and others as read. This is Inspector Martinez representing the city. There is a permit that was applied, and this permit has been waiting for the correction to be answered since August 17, 2021. I spoke to the defendant prior now, and I explained to him that I'm going to request this case to be scheduled for Massey on January. And he said that he will have enough time from now to January to complete the process and obtain the permit. He was agreed to it.
Is that right?
Pardon me?
Do you agree with what he said?
Wait. his name-
Yeah, I appreciate it too. And we were told to,
What's your name?
James Hirschala, I'm the attorney for the owner. We were told what kind of permits to file, and we filed them, then we were told we filed the wrong permit. So now I spent a month trying to find the engineer that made the corrections for August. I've had to finally go in and talk to somebody, and he told me what I need to do to correct the permit. We're going to void the old one, pull a new one, and.
Do you know what a Massey hearing is?
Pardon me?
Do you know what a Massey hearing is? A Massey hearing, that is, the next hearing, what he's saying, you agreed to is that the next hearing, they're gonna impose the fine if it's not rectified.
It'll be done.
Okay, so you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so,
I appreciate it more than agree.
all right, we'll set it for a Massey then, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
See you, James.
Excuse me, I have one question on that applicant.
What, I'm sorry.
Hello?
Michael has a
Go
question.
ahead, Michael.
Sorry, I just want to recall, this is the wall that was more of a low wall, sort of like a curb.
Stepping stones.
Yeah, for the water.
Is this that wall?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so I guess maybe some of the confusion has been over the fact that this relates to some drainage in the swale area and so forth. It's not really just a structural issue. So I just want to make sure that the defendant understands that if he's been running around having trouble explaining this to his engineer, they may have to get a clear understanding of what the scope is here. And it's not just a matter of identifying the wall, but it probably includes some routing of stormwater, just some clarity there.
Well, then I'd like to address that because it's about a 4-inch high brick that's along the street, and it's to direct the water into the drainage on the street. There's about 8 homes on that street, and the next street all have the same level of curbing. Are we saying that we can't have it?
No, I'm just saying that's exactly what needs to be reviewed carefully by the design engineer and submitted clearly to the plan review, because this water issue is something we're going to be dealing with, and pushing water around, it has to be done appropriately. What you think is going into the right spot might not really be the right spot, and this is why we have the process.
This is
So I think that just need to check that clearly.
This is drainage from the street, not the.
He's just suggesting that your engineer know what he's gonna be doing as far as the drainage is concerned, all right?
Well, I want to be honest. If you're talking about a swale where water flows from property to property
Right.
down to the drain, there's nothing like that on this street. No one has it.
All right, well, just as long as the engineer understands what the issue is, and then, so that, because the next hearing, if it's not rectified, they're gonna impose the fine. I don't think you want that, so just make sure it gets done and you'll be good.
No, but how do I address the issue of if what you're looking for is the conventional swale going from property to property? It doesn't exist on that street.
We don't know what we're looking for, and there could be a variety of solutions. So it's up to your engineer to propose them that fall within the code.
You know, we don't give advice. We can't tell you how to fix it. We're just here to hear the facts and either find a violation or not a violation, or impose a fine, not impose a fine. That's what we do.
Well, how do you fix it to get it right?
You get an engineer and make sure the engineer knows what he's doing. I can't tell you.
Got it. Pardon me?
This is drainage back onto his.
Hello? Okay. Yes, any site permits with the city, residential, commercial, we're dealing with drainage. That's a big thing now. We want it to stay on your property. So even if you're doing a fence,
No, that's
a
not
driveway,
this issue.
so just take a look at the drainage.
I mean, I think the issue that's gonna have to be addressed is everybody on the block is gonna,
Well, if they're doing a permit, if they're doing a driveway, then they'll have to do it.
No, this is the water from the street coming onto the property.
right?
The other way around.
Okay.
I mean, is that acceptable?
That's it. The city requesting the case to come back to Massey. If he has any question, I recommend him to contact the city engineer department and
Taylor?
Orlando Arum. You can talk to them or put your engineer in contact with them to see what is the requirement. But the permit, just so you can understand, is already in process. It's waiting only for an answer that the engineering or the building department ask a correction.
No,
So
no,
it's not.
the permit, they told me to pull, they just told me to void it and pull another permit.
Yeah, but the permit that you opening now is waiting for an answer, for a correction that they're requesting is August 17th. That's the last time that a correction was requested.
See, that's my problem. When I spoke with Taylor, when I went over to code enforcement, they said you have to void that permit and pull a new permit.
Listen, James, I got to interrupt you because we got other hearings we got to do.
Okay.
You can talk to the inspector.
Okay, perfect.
That's not for the board. Okay, next case.
I'll call you.
Okay.
Next case, thank you.
Okay, this concludes all of our respondents at this time. So going back to page 1, Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 2901 Northwest 18th Street, owner Broward Multifamily LLC, case number BE 21050059, notice posted at the property 11/3/21, posted at City Hall 11/9/21.
Good morning, Board. Jose Saragusti, building inspector from the city, presenting the case as read. The case was opened in May 24th, 2021. I found workers in the property performing plumbing, electrical, and structural works without permit in Unit 2 and Unit 4. Also met the property this day, Mr. Tony Portillo. Inspect report was mailed out to the property owner on 7/26/2021. On June 30, I spoke with Ms. Kelly, the expediter, and she told me that she will process the permits. Reinspection on November 1st found in Unit 21, 28, and 30 under construction, and the Unit 27 renovated without permit. Reinspection in November 12th with Inspector Nash, we found Unit 15 and 17 under construction, also without permit. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on November 3rd, 2021. On November 22nd, 2021, permit for electrical and plumbing issued for only Unit 4. Permit for electrical and plumbing for Unit 27, 28, and 30 awaiting client reply since November 9. No permit opened for a structure in any unit. We are asking the board to find that the violation exists. Grant to the property owner 63 days to come in compliance or a fine of $250 per day thereafter.
I move that we find for the city and the violation exists as alleged, and that we order the property owner to come into compliance by January 25th, 2022, or a fine of $250 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, a second by Justin. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you.
Next case.
Page 3, Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 528 Northwest 18th Ave, case number BE 200500414. Owner Jeffrey Al Balfi, Ashley N. Nierenberg. Notice posted at the property on 10/29/21, posted at City Hall 11/9/21.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. This building has been illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to: garage and living room converted into bedrooms, construction of an additional bathroom. I reviewed the case on 11/19/2021, at which time I verified the violation remains. The city will request 63 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
I move that we find for the city and the violation exists as alleged, and that we order the property owner to come in compliance by 1/25/2022, or a fine of $50 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
I second.
I got a motion by Chris, a second by, who's second that?
Bill.
Bill. I got a second by Bill. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, hearing none, motion carries. Next case.
Page 3 at the bottom, Inspector Alexander Boris, property address 536 Intracoastal Drive, case number BE 21080017. Owner Michael P. Jones, Kimberly R. Judge. Notice posted at the property on 10/28/21, posted at City Hall 11/9/21.
Alexander Alvarez, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case number and address as read. I initially visited this property to investigate a complaint and found excavator equipment on site. During this inspection, I found that sheet piling retaining wall was installed and fill material / grade raised. Fill material added / grade raised. I spoke with equipment operator Mr. John Phillip from Phillip Equipment, who informed me that he raised the grade on the property and that sheet piling retaining wall was installed to prevent fill runoff into adjacent property. Records show residential new construction permit application BOLD-RNC-210-20001. It shows corrections required for building, engineering, landscape, and plumbing as of June 2021, and it's awaiting client reply for new single-family residence as of August 13, 2021. Later, I met with contractor Mr. Mark Mandelbaum, who informed me that owner intends to withdraw the existing application for new construction and sell the vacant land. The property was cited for work without permit, FPC 2020, Section 105.1. The case was opened on August 3rd, 2021. Inspection report mailed to the property owner on August 9, 2021, with 30 days to get into compliance. Final notice mailed on September 14, 2021. As of November 22nd, 2021, the retaining wall has been removed. However, the fill material remains on site as of 11/22/2021, violation remains. We're asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 63 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we find for the city and the violation exists as alleged, and that we order the property owner to come into compliance by 1/25/2022, or a fine of $50 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
I second.
I got a motion by Chris, second by William. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you.
Next case.
Our next case on page 4, Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 2450 Northwest 31st Avenue, case number CE 21030793. Owner Edvatni and Anthony L. Lowe. This case was first heard on 9/28/21 to comply by 11/23/21, one section at $25 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Inspector.
Jose Saragusti, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case number as read. The case is not complied. The city is requesting this case to come back as Massey.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion. Hearing none, we'll set it for a Massey. Go. Next case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 1110 Park Drive, case number CE 19050105. Owner Valerie L. Burnett and Irene E. Thomas. This case was first heard on 1/26/21 to comply by 4/27/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. Two extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. The city will request at this moment for a 63-day extension.
I'll entertain a motion.
I have a motion to extend till 1/25/2022.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, a second by William. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Aye.
Hearing none, motion carries. 63 days. Next case.
Inspector Leonardo Martinez.
Excuse me, it's Jamie. Who opposed that? Mr. Beecham?
I didn't oppose it.
I heard somebody say no, didn't I?
Opposed it. No one.
I said aye late, so maybe it sounded different.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 1108 Arizona Avenue, case number BE-19120043. Owner Kenson Louis June, Altony Joseph. This case was first heard on 1/26/21 to comply by 3/23/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. There are four extensions noted.
Good morning, Board. Inspector Martinez representing the city. Case and address as read. Permit PLB-RES-21090120 was issued yesterday on November 22nd of 2021, so this case is compliant.
Okay.
That's rare.
Thank you. Next case.
Page 5 at the top, Inspector Alexander Arboris, property address 3000 Riverland Road. Owner Steve Ostrowski. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Case number BE-201-00017. This case was first heard on 4/27/21 to comply by 9/28/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. One extension noted.
Alexander Alvarez, Building Inspector for the city, updating you on case and address as read. This case was cited for violation of FPC 2017, Section 105.1. Record show residential addition permit BLD-RADD-21020008 in progress for new second floor addition and remodeling. On August 11, 2021, while driving in the area, I observed workers present at this property. At the time, records show no permits were yet issued. I visited the property again with Inspector Leonardo Martinez, and from the street, we observed workers working on second floor walls. We rang the bell at the gate and was not able to meet anyone. Stop work order was posted at the property. Later in October, I was informed that there had been work performed at this property after stop work order was posted. I visited the property again and found that additional work had been completed after stop work order was posted. Fort Lauderdale PD was notified regarding the violation of the stop work order. At this time, the city does not support any additional extensions and is requesting for this case to be scheduled for Massey to impose fines.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion. Hearing none, consider for a Massey. Go. Next case.
Thank you.
Our next case, property address 1440 North Federal Highway, Inspector Alejandro Del Rio. Owner Greenpoint Federal Investments LLC, case number CE 21040026. This case was first heard on 9/28/21 to comply by 11/23/21. One section at $25 per day. Order recorded, not complied. No extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is not in compliance. City is requesting for case to come back as a Massey.
I'll entertain a motion. Hearing none, let's set it for a Massey. Thank you. Next case.
Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 76 Isle of Venice Drive. Owner 76 Isle of Venice, Inc. Case number BE 2106-0088. This case was first heard on 9/28/21 to comply by 11/23/21. One section at $25 per day. Order recorded, not complied. No extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. Case is not in compliance. City is requesting for case to come back as a Massey.
I'll entertain a motion. Hearing none, let's set it for a Massey. Next case.
Page 6 at the top, property address 2667 Key Largo Lane. Owner Gustavo A. Almanique and Anna Rico. Case number CE 210-20758. This case was first heard on 5/25/21 to comply by 9/28/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not comply. There is one extension noted.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. City is requesting for a 63-day extension.
I'll entertain a motion.
I have a motion for a 63-day extension.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, a second by William. All in favor, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Hey, Julie, your mic's off. Do you know that?
I haven't heard anything from Julie. Julie, are you there? Okay.
I'm here.
Okay.
Did you, with your mic off, we couldn't tell if you were opposed or not.
It's hard to hear you guys.
Okay. There was a motion for a 63-day extension. Everyone voted in favor. Are you in favor or against?
In favor.
Okay, thanks. Next case.
Property address 2571 Northwest 16th Street. Owner Joseph Thompson Jr. Case number CE 2104-0327. This case was first heard on 9/28/21 to comply by 11/23/21. One section at $25 per day. Order recorded, not complied. There are no extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. Case is not in compliance. City is requesting for case to come back as a Massey.
I'll entertain a motion. Hearing none, let's set it for a Massey. Next case.
Bottom of page 6. I'm sorry, Bill.
Guess what day that is?
Property address 2841 Northeast 55th Street. Case number CE 2105-0720. Owner Juan Luis Matos. This case was first heard on 9/28/21 to comply by 11/23/21. One section at $25 per day. Order recorded, not comply. There are no extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. Case is not in compliance. City is requesting for case to come back as a Massey.
I'll entertain a motion. Hearing none, let's set it for a Massey. Next case.
Page 8, Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 5535 Northwest 35th Ave, B. Owner BRE Alpha Industrial Property Owner LLC in care of Gateway. Case number BE 200-20065. Notice posted at the property on 11/2/21, posted at City Hall 11/9/21. This case was first heard 1/26/21 to comply by 3/23/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded. This case is complied.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting case number as read. Electrical permit issue in 10/28/2021. The case is complied. The city is requesting fines to be voided.
I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we find that the violations were complied with by the date ordered, and therefore we void the fines.
Well, actually, and if I could, Rhonda Montoya Hassan with the city attorney's office, it was complied one day late, but the city is asking that the fines be waived.
Okay.
I move that the violations were complied by one day late and we waive the fines.
Okay, I got a motion by Chris. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
A second by Kyle. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's it.
Board, at this time, all the cases that are listed on page 8, we would like them to go in the record as closed.
I'll entertain a motion on that.
I have a motion that all the cases on page 8 are closed.
Second.
Second.
Okay.
Aye.
I got a motion by Chris, second by Justin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none?
Okay, one moment, board. Hang around for 1 second. This concludes our November 23rd, 2021 code enforcement. I'm sorry.
We got the minutes, right?
Yes, we have the minutes from the October 26th, 2021 hearing.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the
I'll
minutes.
make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
I got a motion by Michael,
Second.
Second.
by Chris. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Anything else?
Yes, this will be our last hybrid hearing. In January, our January 25th hearing will start back just in person only. So we won't be able to have
Could you do that
anyone.
without the mic?
Okay.
Oh, we won't be able to have any more virtual hearings.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna be live.
We'll be live in color.
We're the ones who show up.
We'll see you guys here,
Are we gonna go back to having food and coffee?
yes.
Well, we had it today, but
We
you're
had
not
it
here.
today.
Whatever you bring.
Coffee, I'm coming.
All right, we'll see everyone on January 25th. Is that it?
Yes, January 25th.
Do I got a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Bye.
Aye.
This concludes our November 23rd.